Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now for this video I'd like to review a Blu-ray that I watched just last night. It's a prequel to the original Orphan movie, and the movie is called Orphan First Kill. Now before I give you my thoughts on the movie as a whole and give you a rating, I'll just read you the blurb at the back just to give you a general idea of the story. She will kill to be part of a family. Esther's terrifying saga continues in this thrilling prequel to the original and shocking horror hit Orphan. Esther's played by Isabel Fuhrman. Esther's secrets may be out, but this time around there's more to this psychotic young girl than meets the eye. Escaping from the psychiatric facility that housed her, Esther hides in plain sight by assuming the identity of a missing American child whose mother, played by Julia Stiles from Dexter, is matriarch to one of the wealthiest families in the United States. Now, will Esther's thirst for blood destroy that strong family ties, or will she discover that even a mother will cross the line to protect her family? So there you go, guys. That's the general outline of this new Orphan movie. Right, okay, on to my thoughts on the movie as a whole. Meh. Major disappointment, guys. I'm sorry to say. Although it did start off, it started off pretty good. You know, the snowy scenes and that, and it opens up to find Esther in the psychiatric institute in Estonia, and she escapes and that, and then of course, like she moves to America, and then she sort of like impersonates this girl that's gone missing, this daughter of this American family, and she's sort of like, with all sorts of like snowballs from there really, and that, she's back on her usual killing ways and that. But yeah, I didn't like it, guys. I have to say, I thought it was very, very slow compared to the original one, which I thought was brilliant. This was a very, very poor prequel, and in my opinion, it's a prequel that should never have been made. I'll just show you the back there, guys. It's a couple of screenshots there of the movie. There she is, Esther. Yeah, I think this was a missed opportunity, this, guys, to be perfectly honest with you. I found the story to be quite ridiculous, actually, in some parts. I won't give away too much of it in case you haven't seen it, but this is just my opinion, as we always say. I know this movie has got its fans, but it wasn't for me, guys. I was looking for. Do you know what? I was so looking forward to watching this as well. It really was. I was all hyped up in that, because I loved the first one. I watched the first one quite a few times. I when I heard that they were doing a prequel. I'm not really a big fan of prequels. I like a movie to carry on, but in this particular case, I was fascinated to get a little bit more of Esther's backstory, how she started off, and that, of course, having this rare disease where she looks like a little girl, but she's really a 31-year-old woman. I thought it was a fascinating premise. I think one of the major weaknesses, guys, of this movie was the fact that it all had been revealed, hadn't it, in the first one. We knew, like, she wasn't all what she seemed to be, Esther. We knew she wasn't an harmless little girl. We knew, like, she had a dark past. All that was revealed in the first movie, and that she was actually a mature woman. So there was no surprise there. We actually knew, familiar with Esther, basically what she is really, but yeah, it was very slow. The story was ridiculous, and do you know what, guys? The best thing about this movie, do you know what the best thing about it was? Jimmy Durante singing, that's the glory of love. Yeah, that was the best thing about it. That's how much I hated this movie. Yeah, Jimmy Durante, singing it. That's the glory of love. Yeah, don't know why they used that particular song, but I'm very glad they did, actually, because it did redeem the movie just a teensy weensy bit. But other than that, the movie was total crap. From as I say, it started off good, like the snowy scenes and that, in Estonia, and Esther making an escape and that. But what I thought was a bit ridiculous there, when she was escaping, she hid behind this like a hospital door, and you could plainly see her image through the glass, and you got the orderly coming towards the door and that, and I thought he's wheeling a trolley, and he'd see her, like, because her face was that sort of like conspicuous. I thought, well, that was a bit far-fetched, and that. That's only one of the far-fetched aspects of this movie, guys. I just hope they don't do another one. I think they should draw the line they should have drew the line at the first Orphan, really. I don't want to see any more sequels unless it's very, very good, and he better make a bloody good job of it, because if they don't, I will not be watching, I'm afraid. Another thing I should say, guys, I don't know what they were using, guys, for the colour, but the colour was absolutely atrocious. Do you know what? It looked more like an old VHS tape. It was murky. It was misty. It had this horrible, horrible pinkish hue about it. Oh, it was horrible, guys. It really was, yeah. I mean, for a Blu-ray and that, you'd expect some, you know, a decent picture quality, but that picture quality was utter rubbish. You know, half the time, some of their faces were a little bit, you know, really, they were a little bit like blurred and that, you know, in some scenes and that. You couldn't really make out, you know, in some of the scenes in this, like, you know, it was, oh, yeah, I didn't like it, guys. It was just a total load of rubbish from start to finish. It really was, yeah. And, yeah, so, as I say, I don't think I'll be keeping this in my collection, you know. To be honest with you, I absolutely hated it. I really did. I didn't like it at all. You know, $12.99 down a bloody drain for this pile of, I won't swear, but I'm very, very tempted to, this pile of excrements, you know. Please don't make any more of these Orphan movies. As I say, if you're going to make another Orphan movie, make sure you do a bloody good job of it, for goodness sake. This was a load of rubbish. It really was, you know. And, you know, I can't see the point, really, of a movie like this. You know, it had none of the magic of the previous Orphan movie, which I thought was fantastic. You know, and as I say, there was no real surprise, really, because you knew Esther was. You know, so they had to sort of like resource on this other, in my opinion, other corny twist to try and sort of reinvigorate the movie, if you like. But it didn't work, guys. It fell flat on its face, you know. And yeah, it's in regards to this edition, it's only got one special feature, guys, the making of, and that's about it, really. Yeah, but yeah, this character, I think she's had her day now. I think they should leave her at the first one, you know. And yeah, and as I say, very major disappointments, it really was, yeah. All right then, guys, on to me rating now for Orphan First Kill. I think I'll just give it maybe 2, but that is only for Jimmy Durante's That's the Story of, That's the Glory of Love. Yeah, that's the only thing, you know, the only thing I like about this movie, Jimmy Durante singing that classic song, yeah. But the bloody movie itself was was a load of bloody rubbish, you know, yeah. Oh, thank God they put Jimmy Durante in, lining up a bit, yeah. But as I say, the colour, I couldn't get over how crap the colour was, you know. As I say, you thought you were watching, it took me back to 1986 when I got my first video recorder, and you know, it's sort of like all the colour was washed out and that. The only thing that was, of course, you wouldn't get any dropouts in this, like would it be in a Blu-ray and that. But the general hue of the movie, the colour was that crap. It reminded me of a very bad old VHS tape, you know. So be warned, if you're gonna if you've got designs on watching this movie, I think you'd be better off renting it first, which I should have bloody done before I forked out $12.99 for this in Liverpool yesterday. Yeah. All right then, guys. Well, that concludes my review of Orphan First Kill. Have you seen Orphan First Kill? What did you think of it? Do you share my rather unfavourable opinion of it? That it was a pile of rubbish. Leave your thoughts down below. I'd be very interested to read them. Yeah, but as I say, guys, I won't be keeping this. And actually, when I was just over halfway through. Just when I was over halfway through the movie, and I was thinking more and more, this isn't for me. Halfway through the movie, what did I do? I got my laptop out, went to eBay and put it straight on eBay, yeah, while I was watching the movie. Yeah, I wasted no time and slinging the bloody thing on eBay, you know. So, yeah, it's definitely not one of the great prequels, guys. One of the worst prequels, in my opinion, yeah. Oh, yeah, so many things wrong with this movie. The acting, the story was rubbish. I didn't like the characters. I thought it was corny. And as I say, the colour, that was the worst part. I think it was a dirty dishwater VHS colour. Oh, yeah. All right then, guys, I've had me rant now. I've had me Sunday rants, yeah. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. The usual, if you like it, you know, please feel free to share, subscribe, comments. And all going well, I'll be back soon with another video. Okay, guys, bye for now.